This is Financially Fit Business with Ruth King.
Welcome to the Financially Fit Business Podcast. Here you discover ideas, tactics, news, and information that matters to the health of your business or your clients' businesses. I'm your host, Ruth King. Here is how we will help you increase the financial fitness of your businesses today. It's June, and probably many of your clients are still complaining about their tax bills. What if you could give them 6 things to do today to legally reduce their taxes? My guest today, Mike Milligan, Certified Financial Planner and founder of One Oak Financial, gives you some strategies that can help your clients now. Mike, welcome to Financially Fit Business Podcast.
Ruth, it's so good to be with you today.
So to give everybody a little bit of background, let's talk about One Oak Financial. Just trying to give us the elevator pitch, the 90,000 view, et cetera, and what you do and how you help CPAs and their clients.
Yeah, so I believe tax planning is the most important part of a financial plan because taxes are the biggest expense we ever pay. And for our CPA friends, I see you working hard. I know how exhausting the tax season is, but also know how long the tax season is now with extensions, with you trying to stay on top of your continuing education, but also trying to timely get what is a disorganized process organized and a return filed for your clients is tough.
Yeah,
But it's virtually impossible, Ruth, to get all the details at one time to do the work that needs to be done in a timely fashion.
So what you're saying is, all right, we've already just gone through tax season. April 15th is behind us. We now have to look at October 15th. So between now and let's say September 15th, we should be looking at these 6 tax strategies for our clients.
Yeah, we do tax planning. What One Oak Financial believes because taxes are the biggest expense you pay. We start with our clients for tax planning as soon as possible. Now, we also do retirement income planning investments, just like all the other big firms. Matter of fact, our investment management arm has over $4 billion of assets in it. So we're not an insignificant player in that. But we also look at long-term care and legacy planning. And what we try to do is we don't try to take the place of the CPA. We try to work along the CPA to help them help their clients be more organized, look for structure and loopholes in the tax system together to be able to ultimately help our clients reduce that biggest expense they ever pay. It's impossible for a CPA to know every single part of the tax loophole out there or a structure that's out there. Ruth, I am such a big proponent of tax planning. I actually moved my business from Virginia to Puerto Rico to take advantage of the Act 60 laws that are part of a legal strategy to reduce federal taxes while also being able to then use the growth, the amount of tax I save to grow my business into an 8-figure revenue company where we've been recognized as an Inc. 5000 company. We are a B Corp certified company where we put benefits, the benefit of the environment and impact before profit. And we've also been identified as a great places to work by the national organization that does that. So like for our CPA friends, we are here to not replace you. We're here to actually help you create strategy, structure, and loopholes with the code so that you can do a better job with your clients and ultimately earn higher revenue and higher commission, higher revenue along the way for your firm and get the type of clients you want.
Yeah. And the reality of it is, it may be, you call it a loophole, but it's a legal thing that you can do to reduce taxes, right?
So like, yeah, we, and there's 6 things that we know and that CPAs know, and I'm not going to insult their intelligence by like going into detail on all of them. We know that how a solopreneur's business is structured impacts the amount of taxes they pay by properly setting up a payroll, electing S Corp status, that you can actually reduce the amount of Social Security and Medicare tax that you pay and actually reduce the amount of tax. We know that geographic arbitrage is a real thing. like where you live. Like if you live in Tennessee or Texas or Nevada or Florida, those are much better states from a tax standpoint than California, Illinois, New Jersey, New York. We know that's real. But we also know that there's things like the Augusta rule, where you can use your home, your primary residence, to take money from your business legally and put it into your personal name for doing normal business activities as long as it's well documented. We also know that there's, Section 179 deductions. We know that there's solar credits that still exist, not only for putting, for having solar credits, but using them in commercial application. And we know about software credits, Airbnb, and active real estate. And the interesting part is most accountants are only talking with their clients about these strategies after the fact, after they could have been done. And that's where, like a proactive financial planning firm, people that understand and work alongside of CPAs can be doing and helping the work of the CPA while they're still getting caught up with the deadlines and the disorganization that most clients have.
Yeah, stuff like the Augusta rule. I mean, they have to do that now. They can't wait until next January to do it.
That's correct. That's correct. And it has to be, and the thing about that, there has to be contracts and documentation. I mean, it's not as simple as just saying I'm going to take $5,000 from my company, host a party at my house, and document that a few clients are there. There's other details that have to be done. But the thing about it is that most small business owners, and they just don't even know it exists. And it's not because our brothers in financial arms, CPAs, aren't, they don't know it. It's just because they're so busy with, January 15th rolls around and, they're fighting to get corporate returns done by March 15th. And then personal, they're working with an April 15th deadline. Then they're doing state returns that have different deadlines. And then they're working on the extensions, the more complicated returns that require extensions. They're working all the way through those to October, and then they get to breathe, right? Thanksgiving comes around and Christmas, and then they start and repeat it over again. But like that's where leaning on a financial planning firm like ours, where, I've written a book called The One of a Kind Financial Plan, Ruth. I I teach at Old Dominion University, personal financial planning and principles of ethics of financial planning. But like working with clients and helping them understand and working with their CPAs that taxes can be legally reduced, right? Through structure, loopholes, and doing a lot of the activities we already do. You don't have to move to Puerto Rico to reduce taxes by 3 to 5%. And if you're moving to Puerto Rico only to reduce taxes by 3 to 5, you're probably not doing it right. But that's where we partner with CPAs. We help educate their clients. We co-brand webinars because you are doing the work, CPAs. You just need some help along the way.
Okay. Before we take a break, if a CPA wants to reach out to you or somebody else listening to this who may not be a CPA, where do they go?
It's easy. You can go to MikeMilligan.com. That's MikeMilligan.com. Or I make it really easy. If you just are on your phone right now, you can text the word ideas, IDEAS to 600-700, and I'll give you a call.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
Financial advisory services are the key to the longevity of the accounting profession. If you want to get started providing advisory services or want a review of a finance course you took in college, Ruth King's manual, Understanding Financial Trends Analysis, might be your first step. This manual gives you the information you need to help your clients with their financial statements. A great start or addition to your financial advisory practice. You help them with clarity on their business's financial health, the ability to spot impending issues and resolve them before they become a major crisis. Less stress and sleepless nights worrying about the financial part of their business. Your Financial Statement Trends Analysis Manual is the reference guide. What do you want in your financial advisory services practice? Click on the link below for more information and to order.
We're back. Thanks for listening to the Financially Fit Business Podcast. I am speaking with Mike Milligan, the certified financial planner and founder of One Oak Financial. And before the break, we started talking about the 6 strategies that can help your clients now. Mike, I think what's really important for the CPAs, and I know they want to take a breath now and everything like that because it's June, July, and August, and it's summer, and I don't have to worry about it until after Labor Day. However, wouldn't this be a really good time to say, hey, you were complaining about your tax bill. You want to talk about some strategies?
And yes, it would be. And what most CPAs that I know, and I know hundreds of them across the country because our practice is stretches from Maine to Florida to California to Hawaii and Alaska. I speak to a lot of CPAs, but one of the things that's most interesting about this time is, we're into summer where there's a little bit of relaxation before we jump in, but like entrepreneurs, business owners, small business owners are in the thick of it, right? They they are solving problems in the communities we serve, whether that is, helping repair air conditioners or or running a CPA firm or doctor's office or dentist. See, these people are solving problems, and one of the things that we are as fiduciaries, me as a certified financial planner, you as a CPA, what we're called to do, what our passion should be, just as the summer heats up, our intensity for saving tax dollars should heat up at the same time. And a lot of times, our clients don't know the difference between tax planning and tax prep. They think it's the same thing, but I take I try to explain the difference between those two, uh, as simply as like a tube of toothpaste, right? So think about that for a minute, Ruth. If you accidentally take a little bit too much toothpaste out of that tube, you can't put it back. It's gone. It's wasted. That's often what happens with the days in a year. See, we have 365 or 366 days in a year. That is our tube, right? That's our opportunity to do tax planning. And you know, our clients are doing a little bit, squeezing a little bit at the time, right? Maybe they entertain, they go for a business lunch, they go to a conference. They call the CPA and say, "Hey, if I buy a new computer, is that tax deductible?" And they squeeze a little bit out every time that are tax deductible expenses. But sometimes they'll overdo it and they'll spend money. So they'll take a trip and then put a vacation on the end of it. And when it comes to tax time, the accountant says, well, that part you took for vacation, you can't actually take that as a business deduction. But they're telling them that in February or March after the year. See, planning is about not after the fact discarding the toothpaste that you can't use. Tax planning is helping our clients take the appropriate amount of deductions, using loopholes and using structure during the year to forecast out and show them how much they would save in taxes. And trust me, those small business owners in our community, whatever they want to have these conversations. They want to be with professionals that are helping them save two, three, four, five, 8,000 per month, because ultimately what small business owners want to do is they want to grow. And if they could pay less in taxes to the federal government, the state government, the local governments, they can then hire more jobs. They can hire more people to solve more problems and grow revenue. And again, we are burdened with this thing that if you're paying taxes, a lot of people think, well, if I pay a lot of taxes, that just means I'm very successful. But I mean, look at like Bezos and
Well,
Musk.
look at all the look at
Right.
Jeff Bezos, look at Elon Musk, look at,
Right.
all those. They don't pay taxes, I'll bet.
Well, they pay taxes, but they pay them like in the single digits as a
Yeah.
percentage, right? But now they're still paying millions upon millions of dollars. But like if we could get clients legally into the single digits because of how we help them structure and spend the money for growth in their business, aren't we doing a better service for them than just filing their taxes at the end of the year? And that's why this point in time, there's no better time, right? I mean, think about it. Your clients are squeezing expenses out of that toothpaste. What you don't want to tell them at the end of the year is you squeezed too much out the wrong way and we got to throw this away. You just wasted it, right? We want to help them from a standpoint, understand what to buy strategically, how to acquire things they need to grow their business, but also in a way that makes it the most tax efficient dollar along the way.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, first of all, I'm a MBA in finance. I'm not a CPA. Just FYI. Just want to make that clear to everybody. I don't want anybody to think I am a CPA. I am MBA finance and been doing the financial side for a really, really, really long time, since the early 80s. But anyway, so let's assume that a CPA is interested in having you work with their clients. What's the process?
Well, we work with we keep the CPA in the center of all contact that we have with our clients. We're not, the CPA has, the unique relationship of trust that they've already built because they've done a good job of putting paper down, but putting numbers down on the paper to help the clients, stay out of IRS jail. But like if a CPA really wants to dive into tax planning, first of all, we just need to come up and find out if there's a way we can joint venture together, with their clients. And, we have some relationships where we do revenue splitting because we're both if you're a professional corporation and we're a professional corporation, we can ethically and legally revenue share. But there are so many structures and strategies that are out there, and while you are spending 10 or 12 hours a day doing tax returns and chasing down this last bit of documentation, we have the ability to properly manage relationships and keep you in the process. Now, because taxes are the biggest expense, there's other ways that we help clients: retirement planning, investment services, long term care, whether that's long term care insurance, health care, benefits management, and eventually legacy planning. And we can wrap that all together where we can help you, the CPA, create stickier relationship with your existing client base so you can continue to grow your practice, because just like we're trying to get our clients to live great one of a kind lives, we want our CPA partners to do the same thing. You are unique. You have a gift with numbers. Let's help you live that one of a kind life that is more stress free and free of anxiety also.
Very good. Give everybody your your text
Yeah,
thing and your website again, please.
absolutely. If you want to connect with me directly, go to mikemilligan.com. That will get you to our company website, One Oak Financial, my education website with ODU, with my academic research, and my coaching website to where I help CPAs and financial planners break through and actually grit more to their practice. And if you want to talk directly, the easiest way to do that is just to text the number to the number 600 700, the word ideas. So to 600 700 as the number, text the word IDEAS.
Mike, thanks so much for being with us. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Choose one thing that you discovered and implement it in your business. These ideas, tactics, and strategies help you make more money, have more free time, and give back. If you like today's program, spread the word. Please review this podcast on any device you're listening to it on. Help a business owner improve the health of his company. For comments or questions, call me at 770-729-8000 or email rking@financiallyfit.business. Thanks for listening. Have a great and profitable day.